Hello, buddy, and welcome to a tropical update here. We got again an active Atlantic here. This is a little evening update here. You can see what's currently going on in Atlantic, of course, in active Atlantic. We got Invest 90L in the Western Caribbean. It has a decent chance of formation. We got Tropical Depression Sally out inland now, over the United States now. Down from a 105 mile per hour Category 2 hurricane now down to a tropical depression as it's been slowly moving inland now throughout the past 2 hours. Then we got Hurricane Teddy, which has gone down from 100 mile per hour winds now down to 90 mile per hour winds in the latest advisory. We got extratropical storm Paulette still going on at the top of your screen there. And then we got Invest 99L in the top right of your screen there. We got Tropical Storm Vicky still hanging on as a tropical storm right in the middle of your screen, not the middle right of your screen here pretty much. And then to the bottom right of your screen, we have Invest 98L still also going on as well in the Atlantic right now. Let's take a look at Tropical Depression Sally here. Again, down to a tropical depression now in the newest update. Center is currently located at 31.9 degrees north, 86.1 degrees west, with maximum sustained 1 minute winds estimated to be at 35 miles per hour, making this a tropical depression. And it's moving to the northeast at 9 miles per hour, so a little bit faster than it was earlier, at 9 miles per hour, moving to the northeast there. And here's the key messages for Tropical Depression Sally here. Um, you can see this significant and widespread flooding is expected across inland portions of Alabama, central Georgia, and upstate South Carolina, and widespread flooding is possible across western/central North Carolina and far southeast Virginia. Most widespread moderate to major river flooding will crest by the weekend, but rivers will remain elevated across southern Alabama and the Florida Panhandle. And this is again the key message from the National Hurricane Center here, and I would haven't updated that one in a while, so you don't have the Spanish one just yet. But yeah, those are the key that's the key message for tropical depression Sally here, and here's a look at what Sally looks like on infrared satellite imagery right now. You can see, of course, now that it's overland, heading over to Georgia soon, if it isn't already, heading over to Georgia, um, between the borders of Alabama and Georgia there. Of course, a lot weaker storm than it was about this time yesterday, as it slowly moved inland here, and given a really gusty, really destructive winds, heavy rainfall, and then even some decent storm surge as well to parts of Alabama and Florida here as storms progressed throughout the past 3 hours here. Fortunately, of course, though, the storm is a lot weaker now, down to a tropical depression, likely due to its slow forward movement too. If it was moving really fast, it'd be a completely different story. There's post-tropical cyclone Paulette. That was the last update from 11 in the morning Atlantic Standard Time, Wednesday, September 16th. That was the update from 11 in the morning, and you can see what the storm looks like on satellite imagery here. Well, not really, because it's on the edges of the coverage there, but you can see a little bit better on a wide view here. Paulette right there still going on. Again, it's an extratropical storm, but does National Hurricane Center did know that it has the possibility when it takes that southern jog in the next few hours and days here, it may have a chance of regaining tropical characteristics here and perhaps regenerating into a subtropical or tropical storm here. As it moves farther down south and takes that southern jog, pretty much due southern jog here within the next few days or so. And here's a look at Hurricane Teddy as of this latest update. The center is currently located at 17.8 degrees north, 51.5 degrees west, with maximum sustained winds estimated to be at 90 miles per hour, making this a Category 1 hurricane now, moving to the northwest at 13 miles per hour. And this is as of the 11 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time advisory number 19 here, given by the National Hurricane Center, and it's still forecast to become a Category 3 major hurricane here in the next few days. Here. And you can see this is satellite imagery of the storm right now, Hurricane Teddy right now, of course, and you can see just how the storm's progressed over the past 3 hours here, and that's really blowing up that really deep, over negative 80 degrees Celsius cloud tops there around its central dense overcast at CDO there. So it'd be interesting to see how the storm progresses over the next 3 hours here, and if it decides to get its act together or not here. Of course, Like I said, it's at 90 miles per hour now, down from 100 miles per hour, like it was in the last advisory here. So really interesting to see that going on. And here's a quick look at Tropical Storm Vicky. Still a tropical storm at 40 miles per hour. Center currently located at 21.6 degrees north, 35.8 degrees west, moving west at 10 miles per hour. And Vicky is forecast to dissipate in about roughly 60 hours from this latest forecast count from the National Hurricane Center here. And like I said in the last few updates, of course, fortunately Vicky is out to sea, pretty much bothering nobody at this point in time, except maybe any boaters or marine interests in the immediate area of the storm. And here's a look at satellite imagery for Tropical Storm Vicky here, and you can see this, the storm's getting really heavily sheared by the outflow by Hurricane Teddy here. The outflow streaming into the storm, really shearing it here. And but still, Tropical Storm Vicky seems to be fighting it off a little bit here. Excuse me, seems to be fighting it off a little bit here, and it'll be interesting to see how long it decides to last here before it eventually succumbs to the wind shear and dissipates here. And then here's post-tropical cyclone Karina, now weaker, and again now down to post-tropical cyclone status. Again, the storm is also out to sea, bothering nobody except any marine interests or shipping interests along the immediate area where the storm is. And you can see what the storm looks like on satellite imagery here. Uh, Kind of a no-brainer here why the National Hurricane Center downgraded this to a post-tropical storm here. It's because just looking at that satellite presentation there, really not really well-defined system by any means there, it looks like. And then here's the 5-day graphical tropical weather outlook here from the National Hurricane Center as of the 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time update here, and it's gonna update again at about 2 in the morning Eastern Time again tomorrow, and we'll see what happens in that update. But let's start off here with disturbance number one here. Disturbance number one in the western Gulf of Mexico, southwestern Gulf of Mexico here. 50% chance of formation throughout the next 48 hours, and the next 5 days, a high 70% chance of formation. Disturbance number two here has a 40% chance of formation throughout the next 40 hours, and a little bit of a lower 60% chance now of formation throughout the next 5 days, down from not 70 miles per hour, 70% like it was earlier. I believe in the last update or two that the National Hurricane Center made for this storm, and this is of course Invest 98L. This is Invest 90L, and then up here on the top right of your screen, this is Invest 99L, has a 10% chance of formation throughout the next 48 hours and 5 days. So that's pretty much about it for this tropical update here. Wanted to quickly take a look at Tropical Storm Newell currently going on the West Pacific right now. Newell is forecast to intensify into a typhoon, a Category 1 typhoon with about 65 knots, which is about 75 miles per hour, before making landfall. Looks like somewhere in Vietnam, from what I was last hearing about this storm here, and you can see that big burst of convection. Um, Near the center of circulation. I believe the storm is a little bit sheared, so the center is actually off center of that. I believe a little bit to the east there, but there's still, regardless, you could see there really deep convection firing off, um, pretty much really close to the storm here. So another interesting storm to take a look at here and be aware of. And like I said, that's pretty much going to be about it for this tropical update here. Um, Again, we're pretty much in peak season right now, so if you haven't looked over your hurricane plan here and look over your hurricane preparedness kit here, just make sure you go over that. We've had many significant storms already this season here. Maybe not, to the effect 2005 had, because I know there's a lot of people comparing this season with 2005. Maybe not to the same intensity and magnitude as 2005, but still an active season nonetheless, and still a destructive and deadly season, unfortunately, as well too, regardless of that fact here. So make sure you have your hurricane preparedness kit. Make sure you're ready to go if you have to evacuate. If you get threatened by a strong tropical storm or hurricane here, make sure you have a place to go and plan of action here so you don't get taken off guard. If the situation unfortunately does arise for you to either hunker down or evacuate ahead of a tropical system. So I believe that's about it. Like I said, for this tropical update. Hope everybody has a great day and night. You guys are stay safe, of course. Until then, see you guys in the next video. Peace.